Everybody's Chris from the Evermore podcast, and Newcastle United podcast, and Evermore YouTube channel. As you can see, I'm on the move here, but I thought I'd jump on and do a quick rumour has it video with regards to some of the updates we've seen from the club recently. So the big breaking news that we had earlier on today was that Newcastle United had a £40 million bid rejected for Leicester City James Maddison, an unbelievably talented player. We've done a video on James Maddison before, still on the channel. Check that out if you haven't already. Just exciting news, really, to be honest with you, that we're going to just unpack it a little bit. You know, this is a guy who's at the peak of his powers. I think he got something like 16 goals last season, all competitions. You know, he creates. He's skillful. He's talented. He's not scared of the ball. He runs at players. He's great from set pieces. You know, he should have way more England caps than he has. I'm just amazed that some fans, I wouldn't say being negative towards this, but they've been a little bit, what's the word, skeptical, or a little bit concerned about why we're not going for Lucas Paqueta over James Maddison. And I can't get my head around that, to be honest with you. I mean, this whole Paqueta saga has really been fueled by the fact that he's Bruno's buddy. Now, yes, he looks a talented player, there's no question about that, but we're talking about James Maddison here. Jesus Christ, you know, get some perspective. You know, this is one of the Premier League's top performers over the last kind of, 3 to 4 seasons. He's consistently up in the higher echelons of the stats for guys in his position, for game influences. He's a game changer. Where would he play if we signed him? I don't really care. You know, play him right, play him left, drop Maxi. I don't really give a shit. You know, if you've got the chance to sign a player of James Maddison's quality for about 50 million quid in this current transfer market, you take it. You snap Leicester's hand off. I mean, there is some stories going around. It was obviously broken in the Telegraph, and Sky Sports are on it now as well. But there is some word and some stories that Maddison apparently is interested in the deal. He favours the deal. And that, to me, probably has a lot of truth in it, because why would we bid for James Maddison if we didn't think there was a chance to get him? You know, it's a high-profile player. It was obviously going to sneak out in the press. The club wouldn't do it if they didn't think they had a chance of signing the lad. You know, this could be very much Dan Ashworth behind the scenes, you know, and obviously Eels as well, the new CEO that we've got as well. So, yeah, I think for me, this is a fucking amazing deal. Pardon my French. If we were to get James Maddison across the line and have him in a black and white shirt, you know, against Nottingham Forest, then Jesus Christ, I mean, what a player that is to have in your arsenal. You know, we know Maxi's in and out of games. He can be brilliant or he can be shit, you know, whereas Maddison seems to be more consistently good, even if he's not directly influencing the game. You know, his ability, his ability on the ball, his passing range, his vision, his goal scorer and everything else. He's always a constant threat, and he could change a game, win a game at any particular moment. So yeah, for 40 million quid's been rejected. Obviously, there's the word is Newcastle going to come back with an improved offer? For me, I think we will. I think if we think we've got a chance of a real high quality player like this, a game changer that Eddie Howe can look at and say, do you know what, that guy is a big statement signing. For me, he's right up there with Botman and with Bruno. If you could sign James Maddison, you know, he definitely goes in alongside those two as wow signings. You know, that very much out of the blue in many ways. I know there was a little bit of ITK about Maddison earlier on in the window, but nobody saw this bid sneaking out and coming, really. So this is really exciting news. I just hope that, you know, we'll get the deal done, really, to be honest with you, that we can get it over the line. I think that Leicester value him at 60 million from what I'm reading and what I'm understanding. We've bid 40 and they reckon 50 might do it. Now, 50 million sounds a lot of money, but if you think about Jack Grealish going to Man City for 100 million, you know, Maddison and Grealish are very, very similar in terms of the players that they are and the way they influence games. I think Maddison's a better player than Grealish, I really do. I'm not saying Jack Grealish is shit, but I think for me, Maddison is a much better player, and he can influence games a lot more, and he's just a much more talented footballer. So if it's 50 million quid Leicester want, give him the money and get the deal done. So yeah, this is a real exciting one. So yeah, we'll keep our eyes on that on the channel, and hopefully that'll start kicking on a bit more, you know, over the coming days. And if we can get Maddison in well before Nottingham Forest, give him a chance to train with his new teammates, if that is the case, if we do sign him, you know, then I think he goes straight into the team, in my opinion. But let us know what you guys think in the comments below, whether you think Maddison would be a good deal or not. I think most Newcastle fans are of the mindset he is a good deal, apart from the obsession of Lucas Paqueta. He's totally improving in the Premier League as Lucas Paqueta. So it's a big gamble as to whether he is going to come in and do the business. He might be amazing, to be honest with you. He might come in and be, you know, absolutely superb, a bit like Bruno was. But, you know, for me, I think Maddison's tried and tested it at the Premier League level. And if you can get him 50 million quid, that's the deal I would go for 100%. I think Diaby was the main target. Obviously, he was unachievable or unattainable. They've obviously switched their interest. They've got wind that Maddison would want to come. So yeah, go all in Newcastle, please, and sign this player, because I'm a massive fan. He's an unbelievable talent. So that's probably the exciting one. The other one that isn't so exciting for a lot of people is Maxwel Cornet. Apparently Newcastle are ready to activate his buyout clause of 17.5 million quid. Now, when I first started talking about Cornet, when we did a rumour has it video on him, previous to going on, I set the market. It's a waste of time, Burnley players, shite, Chris Wood, da, da, da. But the more I started thinking about it, the more I started remembering what Cornet could do, the more I thought this isn't a bad deal, because here's a lad who can play on the wing or through the middle. Now, for 17.5 million quid, you've got versatility there. Miggy started like a house on fire pre-season. He looked really good against Atalanta last night. I was at the game. Young Elliot Anderson stole the show for me. I think for everybody, he was just superb. And obviously, they talk about Maddison and Cornet maybe coming in. People are saying, will Anderson go back out on loan? For me, I was sitting next to PK, and we both said that we thought he looked better than Sean Longstaff, to be honest with you. So could be interesting to see what happens with Elliot Anderson. Doesn't take up a squad place. So in my opinion, I would just keep him there, because I just think he's an unbelievable talent. I think this could be his breakthrough season. But with regards to Cornet, I think Cornet having that versatility to play on the right or play through the middle makes this deal make a lot more sense to me. 17.5 million quid for this lad is a good deal. He's still young. I think he's 24, 25 or something. He's still quite a young player. Premier League experience, scored loads of goals last season. The really shit Burnley team looked talented, looked good, good on the ball, quick, good finisher. And like I said, that versatility makes him really appealing. So if Miggy does go off form, or if Wilson gets injured, or sadly probably when Wilson gets injured, we could put Cornet through the middle and he could be a threat. But we were talking about this last night as well over a couple of beers at Locos. Little shout out for Locos. Great pre-match bevies in there. But I think for me, if you want Callum Wilson to last the majority of the season, you need to take him out of games. So he has to maybe be rested every 3 or 4 games potentially. And if you've got someone like Cornet who can play through the middle, and you're playing against a Forest or a Bournemouth or an Everton, if they're in the bottom 3, which let's hope they are because they're shit. Something like that, you can maybe afford to leave Wilson on the bench, maybe bring him on later on in the game if you need to win that game. But if you've got someone like Cornet who can do it through the middle and score goals and be a threat, find space behind that back 4, 17.5 million quid isn't a bad bit of business, to be fair. I mean, I think Burnley's had Everton's pants down over Dwight McNeil, for 0 assists or whatever he had last season. But Cornet was probably their best player, without a shadow of a doubt. So for me, I think this is a total no-brainer. Again, so if we could get Maddison and Cornet in, for between them for, say, 67 million quid, that's only 7 million quid more than what we were quoted for Diaby. So this is smart business by the club. But again, let us know what you guys think in the comments below, whether you think Cornet would be a good deal. Potentially, if we're going to blow big money on Maddison, or drop big money on Maddison, why don't we go and get Belotti on a free as well? That's another name that's kind of cropped up. So I think the club are working on things behind the scenes. Eddie Howe was a bit cautiously cagey about transfers and saying that they're still trying to get a couple in. And I think he tried to throw the press off the scent a little bit. And then what happens the next day? A bid for James Maddison. So Eddie Howe's playing the game, I think, with a journalist, and he knows exactly what he's doing. But yeah, these are exciting links. I think it's particularly the Maddison one is caught us all by surprise, and we're all massively excited about it. But let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Would really appreciate you dropping a comment there. We always try our best to come back to you as much as we can. And a little bit of housekeeping as well. I didn't do it at the start. I'm doing this on my phone. Last time I did it, I cut everybody off. If you can, please like and subscribe. I think we're about 1463 subscribers at the minute. Would love you to get us to that 1500. We're not too far away, guys. Please smash the button and hit the bell as well, so you don't miss any of the videos, whether it be the Rumour Has It uploads like this, or whether it be the weekly shows. Me and Mark are going to be back on Monday night. What's going on? We've got plenty to talk about. Bilbao today. We'll see how that game goes as well. We've obviously got Atlanta to talk about, a little bit about Elliot Anderson, and obviously these transfer updates too. So keep it ever more, guys. Let's keep supporting that team, O'Coy United. We'll catch you for another video soon. Cheers.